This is the look I want. Loose, leaving some areas white, and nice combinations of the colors. This is the colors, these are the colors that I'm using. Quinacridone magenta, Indian yellow hue, anthraquinone blue, and black and white. I'm using the Mother color system, so these are all altered from their pure state with the Mother color added, which is a combination of all three colors. Okay, now we're ready to go. Let me find the right brushes for this. Now I'm putting out the colors, shaking them all first. Anthraquinone blue. It's too far over now. Let me shift this over. Quinacridone magenta. And India yellow hue. Sometimes when it dries in the spout, it's really hard to get out of there. Hang on. Uh-oh. No, India yellow is kind of a weak color. So, one, it needs white to be a little bit less transparent. We need a lot of white. And two, it needs to be in larger amounts when it's mixed. Here's the black. Well, you can't see that. There you go. So, let's begin. First of all, I'm going to make the Mother color. Take that India yellow, a lot more of it than anything else, a little bit of the blue. You can see it affects the India yellow right away. And a little bit of the red. So, I'm going to put a little more blue in there because it's kind of yellowy. Okay. Maybe a little more. Now it's too green. And the red will offset that greeny quality. Maybe a little more red. Okay, there's the Mother color. So we're going to take Quinacridone magenta. We're going to add a little bit of the Mother color, which gives it a different look entirely. Okay. Now, wet your brush. You use a large brush to start with. And I wet it, but I don't want it soaking wet. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do, ooh. Okay. Now, I'm gonna add some white. And maybe a tad blue. Ooh, a tad blue goes a long way. Makes kind of a nice gray. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to use a smaller brush, if I can find one. Wet it, dry it off a little. And let's see what this blue looks like with white, a tad bit of the mother color, and maybe a little bit of black. Oh dear, I made it bluer. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's add some more white. And maybe a little bit of yellow. Okay. And maybe a little bit more yellow. Okay. Okay. I think we're done with the background. Okay, so now I have some paint that's still wet. I'm going to carve and draw through it whenever I can. And let's blot this a little bit. Okay, so is this dry? Relatively dry. All right, so we'll take our marker again and put some pattern in here. I'm going to put some pattern. And for the light color, the dark. Ooh. Okay. And get our smaller brush. Dry it off and put something really dark. All right, let's get this blue. Put the mother color in there. Okay, maybe a little more red. Okay, and a tad bit of black. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's get a round brush to do what I did on the other one, which was definitely made by a round brush. Those are marks of a round brush. Let me see, maybe I'll use a filbert. Sort of a hybrid brush. It's rounded on the end, but it's flat otherwise. Let's see, over there. Okay. And now, do I like it? I like it. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, this is a Molotov twin pump marker. So it has a small end and a large end. I'm going to use the large end, and let me test it out here on something or other. See what it looks like. I'll get one of my business cards. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to do something around here. That seems like enough, but these don't end up being dark enough, or I should say opaque enough. You can still see through them very easily. So we will blot them so that they're dry, and then I'll go over them again. Whoops, wrong end. Okay, still not really opaque, and I want some line work in here. I think it needs a little bit of white line coming through. Make sure this is working. Okay. Hello. I'm making a video. I should tell him beforehand so he doesn't come to the door and need to talk to me. So gray. Don't like it. Oh well, it's the way it goes. Okay. Okay. Let's get some black in there. Maybe not. Okay, I'll let this dry a little bit. So now, oh dear. Now I want something light, but not too light. Okay. All right. And this is slightly different color than what's on here. So I'm using my dabber. I don't know what these are called. Pouncer? Not really. Okay. Doesn't show up much. I'm holding down the stencil on one side to see when I lift it up, is it making, well, it's not bad, not terrible. So it's kind of like tone on tone. Okay, that's enough. That's enough texture for right now. Wipe off my stencil. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on here. We'll do a reveal. Yep. Great. I had to put the camera stand over the tape. Oh well. Now, as soon as we remove the tape, the whole thing looks a lot better. It's the equivalent of framing. I did have some seepage there. Oops. But otherwise it looks pretty good. Let me see here. Get this touched up a little. Don't know why that went, oh shit. Great. Okay, well, the best I can do today. And of course, I'm not going to leave all my brushes in the water because that can ruin them. So I'm going to go and wash my brushes. And also, I'll sign this. Why not? Do I like it? It's okay. Okay. And that is that.